The man rolled down the car window and reached out to test the thickness of the mud. Unexpectedly, a large amount of thin mud flooded into the car. Frightened, he quickly closed the window, but before he could rest for a while, the skylight suddenly cracked. He hurriedly took out some tape and tried to stick the cracked glass back together. The thin tape simply couldn't withstand the pressure of the soil and was about to be buried. Suddenly, the man noticed a steering wheel lock under the seat. He had a sudden inspiration and quickly unlocked it, leaning against the sunroof at an angle. I never expected that this abandoned lock would really hold back the constantly sinking soil. The man was somewhat incredulous. He nervously swallowed hard and stared fixedly at the skylight, fearing that the glass might suddenly break. Seeing that the lock had indeed supported the weight of the soil, the man let down his guard and let out a long sigh of relief. At this moment I relaxed, but I did the stupidest thing of my life. He brought the mineral water to his mouth and gulped it down in big mouthfuls until the water was almost empty. Only then did he realize that he had almost drunk up the life-saving water. He was both regretful and he had been buried by the mudslide and had no idea how long it would take him to get out of the predicament. Water shortage means that his chance of survival is lower. Just then, water droplets suddenly seeped through the sunroof and flowed into the car. The man hurriedly went to the place where the water was seeping, brought his mouth close and sucked frantically. He felt that this was too slow, so he took out his wallet, pulled out his bank card, folded it into a funnel shape, then inserted it into a plastic bottle, and immediately stuck it on the lock plate. The seeping water quickly filled the bottle, and the drinking water problem was solved. The man excitedly clapped his hands. However, it wasn't long before he began to feel short of breath. The oxygen in the car was almost exhausted. If he didn't think of a way to deal with it, the man would faint due to lack of oxygen. So he took off the idle folding chair and pulled out the hollow steel pipe from it. Immediately after that, the man took off the bottle cap, drilled a small hole in it with a nail clipper, then found some hemp rope, tied a knot in, passed it through the bottle cap, and finally stuffed the hemp rope into the steel pipe to seal the opening of the pipe with the bottle cap. After a series of operations, the man couldn't help but admire his own intelligence. He put on gloves, straightened the wire, and then used it to drill a small hole in the skylight. But suddenly,